It was cold, man. It was freezing, but it was the energy needed to keep going through, man.
Something that was not readily apparent on film was that they shot all throughout the winter. So for some of the scenes, especially the ones in Ithilien, the actors would be on freezing. But of course, they still stuck it out.
Anytime you ever make a movie that's set in summer, you will invariably be filming it in the winter. When you are making a movie about the winter, invariably you'll be shooting it when it's 114 degrees in the shade.
We had this great location all picked down, and it had been nice and warm and sunny. And the next morning we were going to get up and move up to this location up in the mountains.
And the day before we're due to shoot it, the snow starts falling, and it's like, oh, God. Oh, I see some snow. Let's see if they've managed to get rid of it.
So we got the next morning, and this whole river is frozen, and it was covered with snow.
We'll have a little bit of a look around, see what we can do for a shot.
So we got all the electricians to bring up all the big lights that we had. We got the effects guys to bring out their big fans. We got every heater we could find. And we had the local fire departments up there with their fire trucks hosing down the snow. So we managed to melt away enough of the snow and ice in a couple hours.
The thing is, you know, the snow was melted away, but it didn't necessarily make the water any warmer. And Andy actually had to be flopping around in the water.
I'm going to be splashing around. I'm going to be looking for fish and getting hypothermia.
And he had a wetsuit on, but it didn't help. It was absolutely freezing cold.
This is Gollum's high point, actually, which is going to be hard to counterbalance with my low point that I'm feeling at this moment. Wow. I mean, all the physical work that I've talked about, that I said I did on Gollum, kind of completely went out the window when I hit the water, because it was unbelievably cold. You know, when Pete pulled action and I first went in, I really felt like I'd been punched in the chest, and my heart felt like it had just stopped working. I was instantly, all the extremities just kind of froze up, and I was just literally thrashing about in this ice cold water. My mind had gone. I was just numb. I was numb.
And he's actually heading towards this like 200-foot drop on the edge of a waterfall, and I was sort of terrified that somehow the cold would make his brain go numb, and he'd just keep slipping and sliding and disappear over the edge. So God knows how many times I said to Andy, "No, don't forget to stop, Andy." And I actually had a couple of guys positioned down there, and I said, "Listen, if he looks like he's going too far and getting too close to the edge, just step in there and grab him."
It's kind of the way the whole movie was, because there wasn't anything that anybody wasn't willing to try within reason. I mean, just to get the movie done. We never just walked away from something because it was a little more difficult or a little harder than it could be on a different day. If it was doable, if it was possible, we generally tried to do it. And that's, you know, Pete and Barry and the whole group. I mean, it just starts from the top down.